Hey guys, welcome to episode number 2. Hey everyone, welcome back to my vlog. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my week, how it's been, and obviously as you're all wanting to know how much weight I've lost, because that's kind of the aim of this whole thing. So this week I'm going to give you my top tips on toning up. Alright, let's get started. So, if you watched last week's episode, you'll remember that I weighed in at 10 stone 6, so I'd done 3 pounds the previous week, and I also set myself a fairly lofty goal of another 2 pounds. So I have been working my backside off to make sure that that happened. But this week has been so good. Like literally, you know when you have those days that are just, you're absolutely buzzing? Well, that lasted for 3 days straight. Thursday came, I felt absolutely dreadful. It's not easy today. Monday I felt absolutely like buzzing. Tuesday was amazing. Wednesday I felt alright, but today I'm just so tired. And did not sleep well at all last night. This is the time when it's really hard because I just want to eat everything, and you know, I can't basically. You know, in 9 weeks time, if I don't put the work in now, I'm just going to absolutely kick myself when it gets to weigh-in day. If I weigh in at 63.1 kilos, I won't be lifting. That's the end of it. So I have to get there. It's not optional. I will do it. It's not meant to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So that's just the way it is. And you just have to embrace that and just remember that, you know, you're doing something difficult, but the results are going to be worth it. Overall, it's been a really good week. Training's been good. I've been eating foods that keep my blood sugar steady so that I don't get hungry and that I don't crave, and that's been working perfectly. So I've been able to stick to my calories and stick to my macros and things. So on top of that, it was just a matter of getting on the scales and seeing what they said. So that is exactly what I did. So here's what happened this week. Morning everyone. So it is weigh-in day yet again. Here I am in my attire. By the way, this is what I'm going to be wearing on the competition day, because you have to weigh in the morning, so you need to wear something somewhat respectable. So literally I weighed the clothes. That's pretty sad, isn't it? But you know, every gram counts. So this basically doesn't weigh very much, so this is what I'm weighing in it on the day. Let's see, shall we? Oh god, I'm actually getting nervous now. Okay. Phew, okay, we can deal with this. It's good. So yeah, I did it. I managed to get another 2 pounds off. So in the last 2 weeks, I've lost 5 pounds, which is so good. I'm literally just absolutely ecstatic with that. Doesn't mean that I can relax, it just means that I don't have to stress. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to worry that I'm not going to make the weight category, because at this rate, all going well, I should make it with a couple of weeks to spare as well. So yeah, overall this week has been really good fun. Training has gone well. I haven't hit any PBs or anything like that. That's not the aim of the training at the moment. I'm literally just keeping everything down a little bit lighter and just making sure I'm working on my technique. So here are my top tips for toning up. So my tip number 1 for toning up is lift weights. Sounds so obvious, doesn't it? But it really needs to be said. Cardio is great for cardiovascular fitness, but it's not necessarily going to build you the muscles that you want if toning is your goal. Tip number 2 is to get your training frequency right. Don't do too much, don't do too little. Simply put, if you don't train your muscles frequently enough, they're not going to grow. Similarly, if you train them too much, you're just going to be burning them out and you're not going to give them enough time to recover. You're not actually building muscle in the gym. When you're lifting weights, you're actually tearing the muscles and causing muscle damage. They get bigger and stronger overnight when you're sleeping, you're resting, and the muscles repair. Optimal training frequency is 2 to 3 times per week per body part. Once a week isn't really enough unless you're particularly genetically blessed. I know there are some people that can just build muscle very, very quickly. All they've got to do is look at a dumbbell and suddenly a bicep will pop up. But for most of us, 2 to 3 times per week per body part is optimal. Any more than that and you're overtraining and you're not going to give them the time to recover. Tip number 3 is to train with enough volume. Volume is key. If you're just going to do reps of 2 to 3 reps, or you're just doing 1 set or maybe 2 sets of an exercise and then moving on to something else, you're not really giving your muscles enough of a challenge to elicit enough of a response for them to grow. So I would recommend 4 to 6 sets of each exercise, and you want to be hitting somewhere from 8 reps to 15 reps. A quick note on reps though, reps don't actually matter. I know that sounds crazy because I've just told you to do 8 to 15 reps. The number of reps that you actually do is way less important than the amount of time that your muscles have under tension. Time under tension is the number 1 factor in growing muscle. If you only do 2 to 5 reps and you go as heavy as you can, you're going to get strong, you're going to get really strong, but you're not giving them enough time under tension to actually grow in size. The amount of time under tension that muscles really need is somewhere around the 40 to 50 seconds mark. Let's take an example like squats. You go 3 seconds on the way down, you pause at the bottom, and then you press up for 1 second. That's roughly 4 seconds per rep. You do that 10 times, you've got your 40 seconds. So that's really where the 10 rep philosophy came from. But it has nothing to do with the number 10. Okay, my tip number 4 is train intensely. If you can get your intensity right, your muscles will have to grow either bigger or stronger or both. When I'm talking about intensity, by the way, what I'm talking about is weight. Girls especially, don't be afraid of lifting heavy. There's so many people out there on Instagram that put up their kickbacks with no weight or with, you know, the resistance bands. And that's just not going to build you big, strong glutes. It has its place, absolutely, and I highly recommend resistance band training for glute activation. So if you're going in for a legs workout, girls, and you're training your glutes, you absolutely should be doing glute activation, especially if you've got a job where you sit down all day, because your muscles just get sleepy and they just kind of chill out all day, basically. So you want to fire them up and get the blood flowing, get them pumped up and primed and ready for a workout, but don't rely on it. That's all I'm saying. You need to start doing some weight. My tip number 5 is sack off the shift workouts. What's a shift workout, I hear you say? It's a see how I feel workout. Please don't do this, guys. See how I feel basically means I'm going to do it until it gets really hard, and then when I don't feel so good, I'm going to stop. That attitude is literally not going to get you anywhere. It's easy to do a workout when we feel great, isn't it? But on Thursday I had to train when I felt awful, and it wasn't so easy to push myself through it. That little voice in my brain was going, can you stop now? This really hurts, I'm really knackered. But that's the point, that you've got to carry on. You can't just quit just because it doesn't feel good. So a shift workout, see how I feel, it's just not going to get you anywhere. My best advice to you is go and get yourself a plan, a program, a schedule, and stick to it. If you really don't feel that great, you shouldn't be in the gym anyway. If you're really ill, you've got the flu, something like that, then probably training like that isn't the best idea. But if you're just talking about, as is with the case with a lot of us when we get into the gym and say, I'm just going to see how I feel, really, that to me suggests you don't know what you're doing today, you haven't got a plan, and really, you're feeling a little bit lazy. So please, guys, don't just see how you feel, get yourself a program, stick to it, follow it, push yourself, get the intensity right, get the volume right, and you will get results. That's it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been helpful. I wish you a fantastic week, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week.